Drunky Cocmo Vision presents Canada Day Tofurkey Roast. That's the oven right there.
Got the tofurkey ready to roast and following their instructions. Got a bunch of yams going in, like they said, and they wanted carrots cut in half down the middle. Put in there. Looks like we're going to do some potato too. Potato. Those are tofu wings, by the way. They should be just delicious. Delicious tofu wings. Okay, all the pieces of potato, and then get the sweet potato up around the tofurkey. Now we'll have some small organic onions cut in half. Drunky Cocmo here. Once again, I'm cooking up the vegetarian giblet gravy, whatever a vegetarian giblet is. And down here is the tofurkey. Just look at that, eh? Holy mackerel. Here is the completed tofurkey roast going into the oven. Here it is, Drunky Cocmo Vision film feature. We're gonna have a tofurkey roast. I've already roasted it, and I've got it out on the serving platter here. How about a potato? Yam. There's a little onion for you. And, oh yes. But the vegetarian giblet gravy, whatever that will be. Would you care for some wine, red or white?
White.
White. White, very dry. Estate bottled and produced. Oh, a bit of would you give some butter for your potato by any chance? Tofurkey feast. See, it comes in a box like this to simulate the experience of having a turkey for vegetarians.
just wait till you try that.
Pardon?
Just wait till you try it.
Is it just delicious? Tastes like turkey to me. Of course, I haven't had turkey for 35 years or something. But gosh, that's actually very good. You know, you wouldn't think that a guy like Drunky Cocmo would go for some sort of a vegan feast. Hey, vegan. Rhymes with pagan. You think there was any sort of... Oh, I forgot. A little pepper by any chance?
I'll have it on the potato. The potato's good.
On the yam?
Sure.
Salt?
No, thank you.
Just salt and potato, even though I really shouldn't. Supposedly salt's not very good for... Let's see, how's the roast potato roasted with the Tofurkey? If you would think about it, the best thing about this is that a bird's life was saved. Because we're having the Tofurkey somewhere, perhaps there's a turkey living. Tastes an awful lot like, you know, relatives' turkey, like slightly salty and stuff like that. And not that, you know, turkey doesn't have many spices, of course, you know, so.
It does not taste like a turkey.
It doesn't? What particular bird did it taste like to you?
Like a sock from an old intro.
Last week, I had several servings of fake fried chicken, which I'll put the video on of. This tastes very much like the fake fried chicken, only it tastes turkier. I knew I'd roast another one of these. Especially if I didn't have to do all that oven maintenance.
What's the stuffing?
It's, you know, vegetarian stuffing of some sort. The gravy's rather good though, isn't it? The gravy tastes like really turkey-ish. I think they've done an excellent job of simulating turkey. Of course, you've had more intimate acquaintances more recently with turkeys than me.
The gravy's not too bad.
Mmm. Try that white one. That white of yours is so dry that you would not believe how dry that white is. I've been carried away on the winemaking to the dry point, right? Is that dry or what, eh?
It's very good.
Almost dry. Look at you, you're all puckered up and everything, the way you used to with those Chardonnays that you drank.
If I'm puckered up, it's from the tofu turkey.
Oh, I forgot to give you a carrot. I forgot one of the vegetables as I was serving.
Baked in frozen juice.
Not really. Olive oil is, no, coconut, excuse me, coconut cooking fat and olive oil. A bit of. That's actually, after you get into it, surprisingly good. I knew I'd like it though. I always like these vegetarian things. So it looks like Mr. Zimmerman's going to get off.
What?
Well, everybody seems to think that down there in Florida, if you're scared, you're allowed to be scared, and you can shoot somebody. But I think we should make a video. We're going to make a video. Maybe on Go Animate, so it's fast. A black guy goes to a white neighborhood and hangs around in his truck, right? And then after a while he gets out and follows a 17-year-old kid down the street. What would people think, right? I almost find it unbelievable that they can countenance someone loading up a gun like that and going out.
Well, that's what they do in America.
Back in the 60s, we used to go up to the old Shaughnessy Reservoir, and we had these nets, right? Now, there was 2 nets. Each one had 4 balls in the corner that could be thrown to net someone, right? You had a big long net too. It was about 15 feet long. 2 guys could run with it and net somebody out, right? If you wanted to catch people, why not catch them with some sort of net like that instead of shooting them, you know? But the fugitive in our game had a sack, right? And Ted, who was one of the net men, he was judged to have gotten them. So you can imagine that you're sneaking. If you could put the sack over somebody's around thinking you're sneaking up on this guy with your net, right? And all of a sudden there's a bag over your head. Like the best fugitive I've ever pulled off, I was on the stairway in the old Shaughnessy golf course right by the reservoir, and I lay down right in the shadows. Right? So it's all moonlight and bright. They're coming down the stairs and they're yapping away and stuff like that. And then just as they came past me, I lunged up out of the shadows and I bagged the both of them. Bagged them one after the other. Put the bag over the head, very quickly, got you, you know, second try, dark, confused, you can't tell what's going on. Also preferable to shooting people. In order to, you know, apprehend them. But we got pretty good at those nets. You could actually have a guy could be running across the field in the dark, and the net man can, you know, wing it at him from 20, 30 feet away and bring him right, tied right up. The balls just wrap around your arms and legs and everything, right?
Well, Americans are too fat and lazy to use nets. It's easier to just get the gun out and shoot the gun.
Mind my toe, I find you another slice of Tofurkey.
I bet you they wouldn't eat any tofu turkey. Ew.
I don't know. If it was properly introduced, you know.
Where do they make that tofu turkey?
Well, I'd be happy to tell you all about it. Tofurkey is manufactured by just a minute now, what's wrong with me?
You need glasses. You need to use my glasses.
No, just a minute. No, it was written on here somewhere. They're located in Portland, Oregon, anyway. I knew that.
It's not a Canadian thing.
No. I don't think there'd be like enough customers for Tofurkeys.
Well, who sells that tofu?
Oh, the stuffing. Organic brown rice, whole wheat breadcrumbs, whole wheat, water, wheat flour, organic evaporated cane juice, organic carrot, sea salt, yeast. Can you see where they claim to be the name of these guys? Maybe they're called Tofurkey. Wait, you'll meet Mrs. Tofurkey in the next video. I know this is kind of a slow video. Not much is happening.
Family owned and independent since 1980.
So,
It's 20% larger.
what's their name? Well, Margaret Glad is 20% larger. There wouldn't have been enough.
Oh, and it comes with Amy's dessert.
Mm-hmm. The dessert's in the box here. You can have some, there's chocolate cake for you to have in the box.
Wonder if Amy has anything to do with tofu turkey.
Nope. They have different dessert, different years.
Oh, they have tofu beer sausages, Tofurkey tofu beer sausage, Tofurkey Italian style tofu sausage, oh, Tofurkey hickory smoked.
There's just a whole world of Tofurkey.
Oh no, and a Tofurkey heatless kielbasa.
What?
Yep.
A heatless kielbasa?
Oh,
What the hell's
here's
that?
a Tofurkey meatless kielbasa.
Oh, I thought you said heatless.
I thought that's what it
What the hell? You're supposed to eat
No, eat with no heat.
Do you eat it cold or something like that? But,
Yeah.
But then
Heatless. No, it's meatless. And
are they online? Do they have like a .com or anything?
yeah, tofu turkey spotlight on Amy's Kitchens, makers of the fabulous organic vegan chocolate cake in this year's feast. She has it. Amy has it on so she could get her cake in. And they're scouring the planet in search of the greatest travels with Tofurkey photo ever.
And?
Hey, can you do better than the MSU matching friend at a bowl game? Or top the Tofurkey that went skydiving? How about the Tofurkey that almost went on a space mission?
Or what about coming up in the video after the next one, Mrs. Tofurkey, the alluring Mrs. Tofurkey.
And did you read the part about how you have your cake in your Tofurkey roast too?
What do they mean?
Well, since its humble beginnings in 1995, the Tofurkey roast has provided a tasty and dazzling centerpiece for vegetables. It's been a peacemaker and a conversation place at countless tables.
Are you reading that correctly?
Yeah.
Like P-E-A-C-E maker? Like somehow like a peacemaker, you mean?
Yeah. Peacemaker
You mean if we
and
gave,
conversation piece at countless tables.
if we gave the Egyptians as much as Tofurkeys, maybe they stop rioting, you mean? Imagine all the Egyptians stopping rioting and sitting down to eat delicious Tofurkey feasts, and
Oh, and they have a philosophy. Our philosophy has always been no holiday guests left behind. And with that in mind, we now happily include in the feast a moist cake.
Mrs. Tofurkey made a famous statement once, you know. You know what she said? Like when they were 20% smaller. A small bird is still meat, she said.
Well, I mean, I know Thanksgiving's isn't a good day for turkeys. And it's not a good day when it's raining for turkeys.
Why? What happens?
Well, they'll drown.
Turkeys drown in the rain?
Yeah, standing in the yard.
No.
Seriously, look it up. You have to get them in.
They'll get wet enough just sitting out.
Well, you don't have to worry about that with turkey. Unless you put it out on the yard and let it get wet, it'll probably swell up and then... Festin.
C'est en français. Festin. Tofurkey festin.
Well, it does not say
What?
where it's made.
Portland, Oregon.
Oh. Well, we can outdo the MSU marching band at a bowl game, or a Tofurkey going skydiving, and how about a tofu turkey that almost went on a space mission?
I imagine everybody thought it was odd that I was doing a Tofurkey video when the manufacturer is suggesting many alternatives.
Dude, it is skydiving, a Tofurkey. I'm not kidding. The guy's skydiving with that. Right out of the skydiving plane.
There he is, you're right.
And then the other one is there. We could win the award.
We could get Louis to take somebody skydiving with 2 Tofurkeys perhaps. It's a Tofurkey threesome.
Oh, they're scouring the planet looking in search for the greatest travels with Tofurkey.
Well, gotta get to work on the Mrs. Tofurkey video.